How's everybody doing today? Good. Good. Glad to hear it. All right. We have a new offering from Steel Wheel Knives. Welcome to Cards and Sharps, where we like to look at sharp objects and sports cards. I know not a lot of crossover and folks that like those things, but hey, I am a fan of both, amongst other things. All right, this is the Steel Wheel C22M Cutjack. So that is going to be a mini Cutjack knife, I guess, as opposed to a full-size Cutjack. And we have looked at another Steel Wheel product before. We looked at the Intrigue before, so this is going to be our first look at a Cutjack. I have never seen one of these in the flesh. I have seen them online, reviewed. I've seen pictures, but have never seen, held, or touched one in person. And this one is the brown FRN, which is going to be fiberglass reinforced nylon, which everybody should be fairly familiar with that as a handle material. All right, well, let's kind of explore some of the specs on this little fella. His overall length open is going to be 7 inches, and the blade length is 3, so that'll work for you folks that have a 3-inch blade limit wherever you're at, with a blade width of 1 inch, and then it's going to be 0.12 thick. Now, an impressive note on this is it's D2 steel, which is always nice to see when you're handling a knife that's going to be more of a budget-minded knife. You want to get the best steel you can get with those, and D2 is a good quality steel, and no complaints when they use that in a knife that's going to come in the $30 range is where this one's going to fit. It's drop point with a flat grind, satin finish, plain edge, and the handle is going to be 4 inches, which for my size of hands, that is the sweet spot on handle length. It fits in my hand well. A little bit longer is okay. If I got a little bit hanging out there, but anything shorter than 4 inches, I start feel like I'm just holding on to the edge. All right, what else? It's got a stainless steel liner, and as you can see, it's inset inside the scales there, so you don't get you don't really see a lot of the liner in there, so it gives it able to give it a fairly thin profile. It's going to be left or right hand. As you can see, the clip can be moved around. It's going to be tip up only, which is fine with me, and I'm sure it's fine with most folks out there. It is a China product. Steel Wheel is I believe all their knives are made in China, and like many other brands are these days. Even some of our more well-known American companies are having their knives made in China. So they do have some good knife products that come out of there, and they can do good work if they're so inclined. Now, we got perfect centering on the blade there. Good firm lockup, and that blade is tight. Lockup looks a little, maybe a little thin. We're about looks like about a quarter of the way on that, so it's about 25% lockup. I'd like to see a little more than that, but if you do get a little more, it can start getting a little harder to slide over to close it. This one works easy enough that you can do it one hand easy without any problem. Should be okay as far as using it, is getting it in there and not having to worry about the blade closing up on you. All right, what else? Pocket clip is not bad looking, kind of fits the look of the knife okay. Has a pretty stiff tension to it. That FRN has a pretty good texture to it. This might kind of wear, if you got putting this in and out of your jeans every day, this might kind of start wearing it a little bit. That is a pretty aggressive grip pattern. What I noticed on the little bit on the Intrigue, and I do on this, the not G10, the FRN, to me it seems a little bit on the cheaper side. It's finished well, no sharp edges, no burrs or anything like that. Everything fits flush where it should fit flush, and don't really feel any hot spots or anything like that. It's just compared to say a Delica, which is also FRN, just seems to have a little cheaper feel to it. Now, with that being said, nothing with the FRN, even the Delica here, feels high-end with FRN. It's just not a high-end material, so, and it doesn't really pretend to be. And so it is a material that will do the job, but it's an area where that they can keep the cost lower as compared to the G10. Isn't gonna have the feel of G10. All right, well, we had the Delica out here. We'll put it out here. As you can see, these knives are going to fit in the same category for use. You know, they're almost identical in size. Just shape is fairly similar. I think if you don't mind having one in the pocket, you're going to be okay with either one. Even the profile and the shape, with the spider codes that kind of get out there with that spider hold, it really pretty similar in pocket profile. So if you do okay with the Delica, you'll do really good with the Cutjack. Me, I am, you probably know by now if you've watched any of my other videos, I am a flipper fan. I just nothing against the spider hole or thumb studs, and I do carry a Delica a lot, and I do carry other knives with the thumb studs. Don't mind them, but all things being equal, I'm just a flipper guy. So I do like that aspect of it. Another thing I do like about this is this forward finger choil. Because I find when I'm using a knife for everyday carry for the just normal everyday things, I find myself wanting to get in there and get a little choke up and do some a little more detailed cutting or have that extra control. And this does have that forward finger choil for that, with that nice jumping on the back. It's pretty aggressive, but not going to tear your finger up. But you can feel like you can get in there and really have a nice purchase on it and be choked up on that blade. Now when you put it in the regular grip, you've got that, still got that jumping on the back that feels good, and you got the little flipper there to give you a choil here for gripping, and it feels nice and firm in your hand that way as well. So all in all, it's a pretty nice feeling knife. For me, it's good size, good action, very nice flipping action on that, flip thumping, right, real nice. And that's right out of the box. You've seen it come out, and really no break-in seems to be required. It works very nice out of the box. I can't really tell what kind of washers it has. I can see a little bronzy color in there, so it looks like bronze washers, and works real smooth. What else? Oh, and you got this little back spacer here with the hole in it for lanyard. It's pretty nice, big enough hole that you can get pretty much any type of lanyard through there that you want. Sometimes I'm lanyard guy, sometimes not. As you can see with this knife here, I'll do a lanyard on it, and I like it sometimes, especially knives that will go deeper in the pocket. You know, that lanyard comes out, and then when I'm reaching down, doing something, and I'm reaching down, I can feel that lanyard and get a nice quick location and grip on the knife. Start it out with the lanyard and then go to it. And then sometimes I don't want to have the lanyard poking out, so I'll take the lanyard off or not use one at all. But color, yeah, I guess that's okay. You know, it's kind of a nice masculine color. Looks like it's ready to go out in the woods. They do make these in some other colors that a little more brighter. I think maybe some blues, reds, greens, and that sort of thing. Probably black. So you get a lot of options there. And all in all, not a bad knife for about 30 bucks. And you're getting that D2 steel. So pretty good value, it seems. All right, that's all I got. That is the steel wheel Cutjack. Be sure and comment and let me know what you think of it. Would you have one of these? Have you tried them? Have you seen them anywhere? And I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. And if you like these videos, hit like and subscribe, and we'll have some more sharp objects coming your way soon. All right, see you guys later.